Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mel. This is my bro, Mike. And we're here for another one of our episodes where we're going to watch this reel and say how we feel. Let's go.
Into relationships with women and we expect them to give absolutely everything that they have to offer. But the reality is we're not offering the same. A woman picks up on his lack of energy, his lack of commitment, his lack of making even a little bit of an effort. And guess who holds her accountable to that? The wrong man holds her accountable to that. So even though he didn't come with his best foot forward, he's looking at her to give her absolute best effort. Now we have a whole narrative created around women. They not stepping to me correctly. They not trying. They not giving absolutely everything they need to give. But the right man knows that you're only going to get out of a woman what you put into her.
I think he has to be speaking for himself because I don't know men that necessarily feel this way. Like I know I don't feel this way, but he also put it on the woman, saying like they pick up on everything, like they they're not getting what they're expecting, but it seemed like a double standard. Like,
You're right.
it was,
We put too much expectation.
yeah, yeah. So I, I know we talked about this a little bit beforehand, and I really I really agree with the statement you said, and it's about possibly not having a strong father figure at home or not having a father at home. So these might be men raised by single mothers or alpha women, and now they see a woman doing everything. So it's like their expectation is this woman is gonna bring everything to the table, and I'm just gonna come and reap the rewards of it. And so like that I don't relate to that at all.
You did have a male, but you also have your own natural testosterone and
Yeah,
manliness about you because we grew up in a non-American. So for the first part of the childhood, it was like being catered to.
yeah, yeah,
It was, but it didn't blurry your vision. Or then the rest of the chapters was like, wipe all that out. I don't know.
yeah. It's true. Maybe it's kind of like an excuse, because
You know better.
yeah, like I wouldn't expect a woman of this modern age to do what our mother did. Like, I mean, she did everything.
And some do. I know I used to do everything
That's true. That's true.
and work.
Hey, I mean, like I feel bad that for women that go through that experience, and for women that are going through that experience, that like all men are not like that, and I- some women may have a false perception. I know in like my own personal relationship, like there was a false perception that that was my expectation, but it isn't.
Hmm.
And maybe it was their view of knowing what my mother was like, that was also my expectation, but
Hmm.
it isn't at all. uh I look more for a partnership, like what are we bringing equally and like covering for each other, because
Hmm.
sometimes someone's is a little bit down or a little bit out, and someone has to carry up the slack and vice versa. But in this dating aspect that he's talking about, I'm taking it too deep into the relationship, but in the dating aspect, I would only expect what I'm bringing to the table. Now I would say, um if it is very loose dating, I am looking for them to grab closer first before I make a commitment. But like once I see their energy come to me, I'll match it because I don't want to be the one going out first. Yeah.
I think that's a whole other discussion because you're an alpha male, and I think that's an alpha female that takes the lead, and you don't want an alpha female
Oh, not lead. It was.
or take the charge and be like, I like you. I want to see you again. And I think you might be like, whoa, whoa. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm only going to be in a situation with someone that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm not interested, I'm not going to spend any time.
And I think that's where the effort comes in. But I liked how you took it further into the relationship because you see a lot of that now. You see a lot of men not, I see more women cutting the grass than I see men. I see women taking the trash out. Um, but I
Like in a
don't think they're in
relationship,
the house. It is
they're doing this.
shocking to me. It is shocking to me.
Yeah, and it's funny because
Unless
like
you love it.
you're you're not necessarily a traditionalist,
Not at all.
but in a relationship, you actually do have a lot of traditional
I
values.
like gender roles.
Yeah,
It's true to me. I like gender role. The difference of me is I don't think it's a man's job to provide solely. And I
well,
don't,
it's very difficult this day and age
yeah,
because I mean, freaking things are expensive. But if a man can, more power to him. But like, there's going to be a cap to that because if if your spending is matching what you're bringing in, then yeah, you're gonna
yeah.
need to bring in more.
But there's going to be a condition to it.
Hmm.
Because if I'm the sole provider, then now I have conditions on you as my dependent. But and that's messed up.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, I better not ever be hungry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
better not ever look for like the good draws to be clean
Yeah.
because you don't do nothing.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be good for both of y'all to work because,
It would be better
yeah,
for both of us to work.
especially if you want gender roles because
Yeah. But then it made me think about how you said how we both agreed 5 minutes ago that it might be how the man was raised, and then we talked about, oh well, hold on, you were raised, like our mom made our bed and stuff when we were younger. Um, and then I think about some of the single moms I know, and their sons are fantastic because
At
they're
what age?
hard on their
At
mom.
what age? So,
Oh, I don't know. I have one friend, and her son is probably almost 30 now.
okay.
He's just stellar. But she had a good example.
Mm.
I mean, her father was a stellar example of a man. So she can't supplement the dad. And there's a dad, but they were never married or anything. And so he wasn't like in the household with him that much, but she still instilled a lot of things in him as to how he should carry himself and take care and not take care of a woman,
Yeah.
but care for the woman as a woman. And I like that.
Yeah. Because sometimes what you see is you see what you don't want,
Hmm.
and you just do the opposite.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Then I have another situation where there was a father in the household, and the son is exact opposite of the father. To your point, he saw things that he didn't agree with. He became the polar opposite of that. He's stellar,
Yeah.
stellar.
Yeah. So I guess in short, I would say that it's an excuse to use that as an excuse for how someone
Yeah.
behaves, but in a psychological aspect, that's what would be derived from is like, oh, it was because of your experience as a
Mm-hmm.
child,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you can take control of that. I I think that you can unlearn things that you don't like about yourself because you how you behave is just a culmination of your habits that you've formed over time. So if you want to behave or think differently, you just have to work at forming a new habit.
Mm-hmm.
By forming the habit of carrying a different thought in your mind that has a more positive outlook or a positive outcome, and you can change who you are.
Yeah. 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 And because, like what he said about the woman having all this intuition, no one's greater than the other person as far as like, I mean, if it's both of our first date, I'm not picking up. First of all, if I'm picking up on anything, a lot of it is probably assumption.
Yeah.
If you didn't come to brunch dressed a certain way that I expected, or to match how I dressed, and I make an assumption of your lack of interest
Hmm.
based on that, that's my own
Yeah.
silliness.
And judging by the looks of him, like he's older, And so,
And married, he has a wedding ring on.
yeah, so if he's talking, he's either talking from something historically, or he got married later, and like now you have bitterness that is already out of experience. Because I know that if I was dating at this day and age, at my age, yeah, my bar is going to be set really high, and the number of people that fit into that bar are going to be low, and so
And that's okay.
So yeah, it's okay,
Because
but it's
being
also going.
single is also extremely peaceful. So if you can't fit into, and I don't care how big, if your box of expectations could be huge or small.
Yeah,
And if it's small, you either fit into my small box of expectations or not.
yeah, and just because your box is big doesn't mean that person that you are trying to date, their box is big. So
Yeah,
you might be
yeah,
a no go for most
yeah,
people because
yeah, yeah,
your box is too
yeah.
big.
So in summary, my thought is I think men do erroneously expect way too much without always reciprocating what their expectation is. You want somebody to be this perfect that, look like this, act like this, have that, and you don't even have the same thing. And I hear that a lot. What do you bring to the table, bruh? What do you bring? I know what I bring to the table. That's why I have my box.
Yeah, I guess in my summary, it would be only weak men have this erroneous expectation, and I would say weak people in general, because I think the woman is also weak. I think if you feel this way, that you need to spend some more time working on yourself, and before you start dating, yeah, get yourself right, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
go out
yeah.
there. So you can
Hmm.
walk out there with confidence and know what you're bringing to the table, and you're not looking at them because you're looking inward and just bringing your best self.
And don't settle.
Yeah,
Because you might have to go on a few dates to be like, hold up, he didn't open the door for me, depending on what your expectations are. But he didn't open the door for me. He pulled up outside and said, "Here."
yeah, honk
Like
the
those are
horn
things
or
that are,
something like
yeah, those are
that.
no goes for me personally.
And those are valid if those are your values. If someone doesn't meet your values, then yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And you got to go on a date.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I would have ended it right there.
Yep. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I all of a sudden don't feel
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Your lack of coming to the door has made me sick.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. That is crazy.
You have no context of what happened. Dude could have just spilt something all over himself, like, oh
Oh,
no.
that's true.
But
Like, I'm so sorry. I said here, and it was. And I'm like, well,
well, you make that correction, and maybe we can talk again. But like, as of
because you should
now,
have called.
exactly.
You should have called then,
Yeah,
because everybody has Bluetooth.
fair enough. So that's, I think, I think we're in agreement of this.
I
Like,
think so.
and,
I
and
think
in
so.
most cases we don't agree, but in this one we
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah. Let us know. Let us know what you. I hope somebody disagrees with us. I hope somebody says men should expect everything.
Yeah, yeah,
I want you to do that.
yeah. And most likely you're weak, and so that's what I gotta say about it. That's my response to your comment already.
Ooh, ooh. Peace out.
Later.